Good afternoon, Professor, and also my classmates. My name is Rubika Himawan Efto, and today I would like to present my topic with the title The Power of Positive Reinforcement in EFL Classroom. As an English teacher, we often focus on teaching grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation. However, learning English is not only about language skills, it is also about students' confidence, motivation, and willingness to participate. Many students are afraid of making mistakes when they speak English. Because of this, they often stay silent in class. One simple way teachers can help students become more active is by using positive reinforcement. In this presentation, I will explain what positive reinforcement is, why is it important, some common examples, its benefits and challenges, and finally, my conclusion. All right, let's get started to this informative presentation. Here is the outline of my presentation. The first, I will explain about the meaning of positive reinforcement. The second, I will discuss why it is important in EFL classrooms. The third, I will introduce some common types of positive reinforcement. And after that, I will give several classroom examples. And then I will explain both the benefits and also the possible challenges. And finally, I will end with a short conclusion. Let's begin from what is it positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcements come from the theory of behaviorism. It means giving a positive response after someone shows a desired behavior. The purpose is to encourage that behavior to happen again in the future. In simple words, when students do something well, the teachers give appreciation or encouragement. As a result, students feel happy and become more willing to repeat the same behavior. For example, imagine a student answer a question correctly in English class, and then the teacher say, "Wow, excellent answer," or "Good job." The students feel appreciated and becomes more confident. Because of this positive experience, the students is more likely to participate again in the next activity. So, the process is actually very simple. Good behavior, positive response, and repeated good behavior. This is why positive reinforcement is widely used in education. And now, let's talk about why positive reinforcement is important in EFL classroom. Learning a foreign language can be stressful. Many students worry about making grammatical mistakes or having incorrect pronunciation. When teachers only focus on correcting mistakes, students may lose their confidence. On the other hand, when teachers also recognize students' effort and progress, students become more comfortable participating in the class. It also reduces speaking anxiety, especially for shy students. Besides that, it increases learning motivation. Students usually become more excited to answer questions, join discussion, and practice speaking English. And finally, it creates a more supportive classroom atmosphere where students feel safe to learn from their mistake instead of being afraid of being judged. In my opinion, this kind of classroom makes language much more enjoyable to do or to learn. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, types of positive reinforcement. There are many ways teachers can use positive reinforcement. The first type is tangible reinforcement. This includes small rewards such as stickers, certificates, or small prize. These rewards are specifically effective for younger learners because they can clearly see their achievement. And the second type is social and feedback. This is actually the most common type in EFL classrooms. It includes praise, encouragement, smiling, constructive feedback, and recognizing students' progress. For example, a teacher can say, "That's a creative idea." your pronunciation is improving, or thank you for trying. These simple comments may seem small, but they can have a big impact on student confidence. And now, let's see how positive reinforcement can be applied in real classroom activities. During a speaking discussion, if a student answers confidently, the teacher can immediately respond by saying, "Excellent idea," or "Very good explanation." During writing activities, instead of only marking students' mistakes, the teacher can also write positive comments such as, "Great improvement compared to your last assignment." This helps students notice their progress instead of only focusing on errors. Another example is classroom participation. Teachers can give bonus participation points to students who actively ask questions or contribute to group discussion. This example shows that positive reinforcement does not always require expensive rewards. And sometimes, a few encouraging words are enough to motivate students. As teachers, we should remember that small positive actions can create long-term motivation. And this slide is about benefits and challenges. Positive reinforcements offer many benefits. First, it increases students' motivation to learn. Second, students participate more actively in classroom activities. Third, it reduces anxiety because students feel supported rather than judged. Fourth, the students develop stronger confidence when using English. And finally, it creates a more positive classroom environment for both teachers and students. However, there are also some challenges. If teachers give rewards too often, students may only study because they expect rewards. Another challenge is fairness. Teachers should make sure that all students have equal opportunities to receive positive reinforcement. Therefore, balance is very important. Teachers should appreciate students sincerely and focus not only perfect results but also on effort, improvement, and participation. To conclude, positive reinforcement is a simple but powerful teaching strategy. It encourages students to learn, increase their confidence, and creates a supportive learning environment. However, teachers should use it wisely and avoid depending too much on rewards. In my opinion, one encouraging sentence from a teacher can sometimes change a student's attitude toward learning English. As an English teacher or future English teacher, I believe we should not only teach language, but also inspire our students to believe in themselves. And thank you very much for your attention, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.